Hi, everybody. It is a Tuesday afternoon, March the 11th, 311. And this is a 311 about our good weather we're having currently and an update about what could happen over the weekend with the potential of severe storms. And we've been tracking this since last week and keeping you updated on that. And there remains that potential again, although a lot of the details of timing remain a little vague because we're not in range of the regional forecast models. Once you get about 60, 84 hours in, or roughly about say 3 to 4 days in away from it, the picture becomes a little bit clearer. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that, of course, in the days ahead. So let a few more folks jump on board. I'll try to answer some of your questions as well. Again, it's my webcasts here are not to scare you. It's to prepare you. So this is not a trying to scare you with severe weather potential for the weekend, but there is that chance. But I just want to help explain that a little bit more, what to anticipate. And as always, the more you prepare, the better we are prepared for an event like that. So again, I appreciate you choosing this Facebook page. Like this page, it's being shared to you. Like this YouTube channel, if it's being shared to you as well. If you've not signed up for our YouTube channel, just look it up, click subscribe. You'll be getting live updates like you're seeing right here. So let's get right into it and talk about the great weather we're having lately, and then we'll get into what's going to happen as we approach the upcoming weekend. This is going to be a brief update here, not too lengthy in time. Don't want to take up your beautiful afternoon out there. Overall, we're going to have afternoons in the 70s for the next couple of days, and this is going to be very, very nice. I think tomorrow is going to be the warmest afternoon, with temperatures easily making it into the mid and upper 70s, a little warmer than some of the models are showing. And then our next chance of rain arriving, that's going to be on Thursday. And that's going to be Thursday afternoon and into the evening hours. I don't see anything severe with that, but I don't want you to lose sight of that chance of rain, because I know all the big focus is on the weekend. Don't lose sight of Thursday. So Thursday's our next chance for showers. Anything severe looks pretty low with that. And then as we approach Saturday, that's the big severe potential. Could have a couple of rounds of that. There's a morning round, possibly an afternoon and evening round. But again, the time is still going to change as the system evolves. If you got to imagine, I've mentioned this before, up above us, everything's liquid. If you drop a pebble in a lake, you notice the ripples that go out. When you have several systems still developing, and then one that's going to move over us, like on Thursday, the ripples from each system and a developing system can change the dynamics altogether as far as strength and timing. And that's why, since we're still 4 days out, we have to basically just look at a general outline, and then the fine details will become clearer in the days ahead as that system evolves. The models look at it, analyze it, and we can get a better idea of what the better severe potential is for now. But I'll show you where it stands for now, but understand that in the next 2 to 4 days, things can rapidly change, as they often do. Temperatures on this Tuesday afternoon are quite warm, already reaching 70 in Trenton, 60s in many other spots locally, the average high being 62, so well above that this afternoon. We'll take it, though. Nice sunshine, southerly winds, and again, I think we'll probably peak out low to mid-70s, and tomorrow into the mid and upper 70s. So high pressure over the northern Gulf is taking over, and it's going to keep us dry, sunny through tomorrow. That low that was kind of pesky this past weekend with the clouds, cool temperatures, a little rain to the south moving away. So this high is going to take over and probably be positioning itself to the east over Florida through tomorrow, pumping in more of that south wind and really starting to heat us up ahead of our next weather maker. And that's going to arrive on Thursday. So going through this afternoon, again, the models tend to underestimate the high temperatures. I think we'll easily make the low to mid 70s. So again, we'll be quite warm later on. Tonight through tomorrow morning, not nearly as cold as last night. Many spots are in the 30s. We're going to stay well above that tonight. Mostly 40s, couple of spots. You notice you're Dayton down to the 30s, same thing in Murphy, but mainly 40s to around 50 will be very common throughout the night. And then tomorrow, I'll go a little higher than this model shows. High temperatures trending mid to upper 70s through the day, and that's because of a strengthening south wind and plenty of sunshine. So a lot of folks have spring fever through tomorrow. Let's see, later on into tomorrow night, early Thursday morning, with the clouds, not nearly as cool, temperatures 40s to right around the 50-degree mark. And then we'll keep an eye early afternoon. Notice the time here around 2:15. It'd be pretty warm Thursday, even with clouds. Highs around 70. We'll keep an eye to the southwest, where some showers will start creeping in, but it's going to be one of these chances of rain. Not everybody's going to see this, okay? There'll be a few storms south of us, Birmingham and south. But for us, showers, maybe rumble of thunder Thursday, and that carries over into Thursday evening as that area of low pressure rotates through. So often on showers, even through late Thursday night, amounts are not that heavy. Might have a rumble of thunder, but the risk for anything severe is pretty low. But I wanted to point this out because I know the focus is on the weekend, the other side of Thursday, and that chance of rain. And then once that passes on by, may have a few brief showers early Friday morning. Won't last too long. And then the rest of Friday, as you'll see here, is going to be generally dry. This is Friday morning, Friday afternoon late, a shower possible, but I think for the most part, most of Friday we're dry. Then we turn our attention to the weekend. And you'll see here, there could be a first initial round of showers coming in Saturday morning. There'll be some energy with that to the south over northern parts of Alabama. This is all part of a massive storm system that you're going to hear a lot about this week. It's going to be centered over the central and northern plains states and the deep area of low pressure. It's going to be a greater distance away from us than that last low from last week, but this low could be as deep and the low pressure similar to a Cat 1, Cat 2 hurricane over land. So it's kind of a wide-reaching effect. I mentioned those ripples in the water. It's kind of a wide-reaching effect. And we'll be able to see by that time how wide it is. And that's the reason why there's going to be a pressure gradient and a very breezy day. So aside from any storms, it's going to be already very windy on Saturday and then possible multiple rounds of storms. That first round could occur during the morning. I emphasize the word could because we'll have to see how much strength is going to be with that first line. So that first line will move on by. Things stabilize a bit, but then by the afternoon, Saturday, we'll have to start watching both to the south and to the west for showers and storms move in. And I really think the higher threat for anything strong to severe will be during that time, the second half of the afternoon and on through Saturday night. And so kind of that 12-hour window, 2 p.m. Saturday, 2 a.m. Sunday, kind of in that time frame, we'll be able to narrow that in the days ahead. But this is just, again, a model opinion. The latest GFS model shows, again, potential of a squall line moving on by. And again, that could have damaging wind gusts, heavy rain, hail with that, even isolated tornadoes. Very possible. All modes of severe weather are possible with that. Too early to say exactly when, where, how strong, but understand that with what we're seeing here, the ingredients, there's that potential. This is mainly late Saturday evening. Overnight by Sunday morning, a lot of this does push out. So Sunday doesn't look too bad, except for areas far to the south and east of our viewing area. So things do improve after Saturday night. A couple of things to look at. This is energy with the storm. This takes into account the wind shear aloft and the available energy of storms. It's sometimes referred to as CAPE, convected available potential energy. When you combine the two, you have this parameter known as energy helicity index. So we oftentimes look at this to find out where's the fuel, where's the better chance for shear. Now, this is just based on this model. Okay, as I mentioned, with that low still developing, it'll be way out of the plain states. It could either push north or push east, a better chance of this energy. But you'll see by Saturday morning, massive amount of energy from Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and south. For us, we're kind of on that low end of the scale. And that takes us to midday Saturday. We're still kind of the low end. But notice how a little bit of that starts swinging north, some of that energy on Saturday. That massive area does sink down to the south a bit. We've got just enough over us Saturday evening and into the overnight Saturday night where there's some fuel for those storms. So again, by this model account, the more massive energy will be just near us and it's sinking south as the night goes on. And if that does happen, then the greater threat does start moving south of us. But again, it's all speculation at this point. As we'll have to see if that's consistent with successive model runs that come through. This is another form of energy we look at. This is the significant tornado parameter. You've probably seen this on several pages, but again, you can see here that first initial round Saturday morning is going to have some upper level energy because it's rotating by with that initial low pressure north. So that first round in the morning will have to be watched. And then as we go toward the late day and afternoon, notice by Saturday evening, there's a higher threat in orange toward Birmingham and getting close to Coleman, south of Huntsville. But even for us, Saturday evening overnight, we get just a little hint of that. It does sneak north Georgia, northern parts of Alabama. We've seen this a lot lately with the squall lines that have come through both last week and then a line that came through during January, I believe, had a similar motion there. So that's what the main squall line moving by. So there's a little bit there of energy to watch if this model is correct with that time frame. And then it all moves out by Sunday evening, or excuse me, Sunday morning. So, if I had to give it a rough outline at this point, I'd say 2 p.m. Saturday, 2 a.m. Sunday, that 12-hour window to watch for the potential multiple rounds of severe storms. As far as rainfall, this has been very impressive because the upper level winds are lining up with the front. And when they go parallel like that, it allows for a massive transport of Gulf moisture. So that is a telltale sign of very heavy rain. So if the severe threat sinks south, that's one thing, but we're all dealing with heavy rain. So that's another thing we got to watch for. So kind of in that 2 to 3 inch swath, locally heavier in places. It's been very dry lately. Our ground can handle a lot of rain, but when you get a lot of rain in a short period of time, that allows for a massive runoff. So it can cause some quick flash flooding of spots. That's something we'll watch through early Sunday morning. So a lot of that, as far as the severe threat, but then you got on top of that heavy rain to deal with as well. And so there's kind of layers to the system. So in a nutshell, here's where we stand right now. We've designated Saturday as a weather alert day. We did this yesterday. It's mainly for the afternoon and nighttime hours. We'll keep an eye on that first line that comes in Saturday morning. Don't lose sight of that. We'll watch that. The main threats right now, we know there's that severe storm threat possible and heavy rainfall. Also, along with that, I mentioned the pressure gradient, which is the pressure difference of the low and the higher pressure over us. Non-storm gusts will be rather strong. That we had last week. We had non-storm gusts. May not be quite as strong as that low because this low is going to be farther away, but nevertheless something to watch. But all modes of severe weather are possible. And what we mean by that are damaging wind gusts, hail, heavy rain, and even tornadoes remain possible. Okay? We certainly hope those worst ones don't. We hope that energy stays to the south. But right now, with it all being, in a general sense, what we're seeing in the models, we've all got to stay alert, stay aware because of how large of an area the system could impact and affect. All right. So that's where we stand right now. And we'll have more updates, of course. I'll have an update coming up tonight in studio. I'll be off tomorrow. Okay. But I'll still be providing a few updates and then resume some video updates on Thursday, Friday. And of course, on Saturday, we'll be live for a long period of time as we deal with this situation evolving. All right. Let's see some of the questions here. Hello, Brianna. Thanks for watching. I know Brianna's watching this very carefully. Hello, Dottie. Hello, Janie. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Mandy. Let's see a few others here on this device here. Brenda asking, is Lafayette going to get real bad with high winds with this storm in Lafayette? Well, all areas locally could have strong wind gusts Saturday. But again, any storm that develops is going to have a potential for damaging wind gusts. Not every storm will produce, the severe gusts. Not every storm will produce a tornado. But there's always that potential energy above us. So we'll have to watch these very carefully because the winds will be racing above us, which can bring some of those gusts down to the surface. Now, will it be for that exact location? Nobody knows. Okay. But in a general sense, all of us need to stay alert and stay aware. Let's see. Hello, Joanne. Hello, April. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Tina. Hey, Bobby. Let's see. Get one more. Hey, Gary. Thanks for watching. Gary's always watching. I appreciate that. Hello, Donna. All right, folks. That's it for this update. And for now, I always advise people whenever there's severe weather looming on the horizon, don't stress yourself out. Don't get anxiety. Okay. Best thing to do is like what I do. Just prepare. Go over your plan you got for your house, know where to go in case severe weather strikes. Make sure you got multiple ways of receiving weather alerts. You can download the free Storm Track 9 app, which will alert you. Always keep your mobile devices charged if and when storms are arriving, but also have a weather radio as your primary or backup. Be sure you have a spare battery in it, because it can be used in case of power loss. Also, weather alert radios are good because sometimes cell service is lost during severe storms. So weather radio can be your primary and backup device there. But that's the best thing to do is just have a plan, be prepared, and we'll get through this as we always do. Of course, we'll be there to keep you updated. Again, we're not here to scare you. We're here to prepare you. That's my main goal here, to keep you updated as well, so you know what to anticipate. Because I know there's a lot of noise out there. You go to several different YouTube sites and several different Facebook sites. You're inundated with all these people sharing that. I understand that. And everything's kind of scary. But thanks for coming to my page, and we'll do our very best to keep things calm for you and give you the best advice and information to get through this on Saturday. Yes, I'm concerned about it for Saturday because there's a lot of energy, potentially out there. But at the same time, we got to get through this, and we will. And we'll go over the latest information later today, tomorrow, and into the end of the week. But thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, I'll be on again live in studio. I'm at the home studio right now, but I'll be live in studio starting at 5 o'clock to 6:30, and of course tonight 10 and 11. Again, I will be off tomorrow. I'll have fewer updates tomorrow, but again, I'll resume on Thursday and of course on Friday and the weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe.